Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we got a report from Maxima, who's one of the Imperial defectors, about the turmoil in the Garlean capital. And then we met up with General Alden, who was in a meeting with Gaius Balsar, our old friend. Who reported on the existence of the prototype Ultima weapons that the Empire is building, and the potential threat that they might pose. So, there's an issue that needs to be sorted out. But after that, we came back to the first to get an update on the Scions situation, which some progress has been made. They've developed a new type of crystal that they think will work to store both their minds and souls for transport back to the source. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get it into those crystals in the first place, and then I guess eventually back out and into their proper bodies once we arrive back in the source. So, progress is being made on that front, at least. And then at the end, Lina, the guard captain, wanted us to help her with dealing with a Sin Eater that was spotted in Lakeland. So we will see what comes of that, which is where we're at the moment. So we're out here in Fort Job, and Lina is over there. So let's go ahead and have a chat and see what's up. Alright, if you wait here a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side? I was at death's door the day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. Alright, I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, miss. Truly, it seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride an Amro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Yulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. My apologies, Captain Lina. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. My name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. Ah, yes, I remember you. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to her. Don't give up, don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the Knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up, we won't give in. Good. Alright, your heroism has inspired all our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. And I do have a feeling that this is not going to be quite as simple as knocking out a stray Sin Eater. Alright, now the northern staging point is the one right outside of Holminster Switch. Would this be the Senator of which we speak?
Did you slay this Eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, "Who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness?" And he says, "No. I'm a warrior of light." And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light? Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her. The warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Okay, well, that was anticlimactic, but it's our first introduction to this Warrior of Light. I'm sure we're going to have to be dealing with that eventually. Alright, let's see what Lina has on her mind.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man, a younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Alright, anchors keep us where we have chosen to be. Yeah, we'll say that.
Is that so? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
All right. And let's see what's next. All right, she's ready to return to her duties. All right, I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Alright, so we are now back to the Crystarium. Alright, let's sprint on over there. And see what Alphino is up to. Alright, into the ocular. Alright, let's see where we're at. The others were quite shocked to hear what we found in Lakeland, but now that you're here, there is a proposal I should like to make. Alright, I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people pursuing or perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as sin-eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this warrior of light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I, too, can attest to the falsehoods found within many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Verbert. That such heroes should be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree. But as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained. That they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphinaud's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Well, what say you, Ayame? Spread the word, indeed. Then we're all of one mind on the matter. Good. Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium and the etc. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Alright then, speak with people of the Crystarium. There's the door. And I have a feeling that we're going to be meeting this Warrior of Light sooner rather than later. I could be wrong. Alright. Just a meal? Ayame, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, there's more to the tale. I'd very much like to hear it. Alright. Let's see. Where else are there? Up at the Amro launch. The Cabinet of Curiosity as well. Alright then. Armor launch. There should be one in this area. Over there. It's actually the crystalline mean. But close enough. Alright, Catless. Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenault not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that she inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry, you mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. It looks like word's gotten out. Alright, off to the Cabinet of Curiosity. And I can probably guess who we're going to be talking to. Morin. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Hello? Oh, Ayabe, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the flood of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy of only scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. You'd address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light, of the Flood? How wonderful! You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and may you be assured I will not come alone. Alright, good. Okay, so where are the other ones? They're to the south. One is in the markets. And one is at the pub. Okay. The markets. Alright, Braggy. Kind of browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need. Whatever it may be, under Yulmore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is, that fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits, but you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? I see. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the knight to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Alright. And we can climb up the steps to the pub. Glinard. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night returned, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it, though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Warriors of Light? Yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Alright. So there we go. And we're going to turn this in. But what I think I might do is go ahead and end the episode here, because I'm guessing we're probably going to be heading into another cutscene where things will happen, almost certainly. Though, I could be wrong. As I said, I've never been through any of this before, so I have no idea. I'm just guessing. But yeah, we'll cut here, and then we will turn that in and see what happens when we come back next episode. So, for now, we'll stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.